I'm Keith Franz. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Israel, Franz, Schwab, Lipwitz, and Salter in Baltimore. When I was a young associate, pretty much fresh out of law school, I was working at the same firm, and one of my senior partners came to me with a case where we were representing a business client, an important business client of ours, in a drunk driving defense case. But I felt awful about having to do that. I came back to the office and I said, we're never doing this again. I was supported by everybody at the firm, and we've taken a very strong view in this regard. We've never represented another drunk driving defendant in the 40 years that have gone on since that time. Then very same day, I called MAD and said, I want to get involved. From that moment forward, I've devoted myself and our firm to helping MAD as an organization, and in particular, helping victims of impaired driving get through the criminal process and the civil process to the greatest extent possible. What we've seen is that victims of impaired driving are totally innocent and completely random. Unlike virtually any other crime, violent crime, these victims are unaware that they are about to see their lives change, and their families are affected considerably. I felt it was necessary for us to step into the breach and work with these families, explain to them the process, help them through the process, and give them some hope during the most challenging periods of their lives, typically. Very much central to our commitment in this field. These victims are so worthy. Of course, they never asked to be in this position. And on account of our expertise and history in this field, we believe we can help them get through this challenging time. I don't know how successful we are, but we feel very good about the work that we do, and we're told repeatedly how much we have helped. So it's very gratifying for us to be involved in this field, and it's been something that's been a passion of ours now for almost 4 decades. We've seen, since MAD became organized, over 10,000 laws passed throughout the United States on drunk driving and impaired driving. That's a great accomplishment, and we're very proud of that. But that doesn't mean that we've accomplished all that we set out to do. So legislatively, there are a number of things that have been important. But primarily what we're seeing is that judges no longer view drunk driving as a youthful indiscretion, which it used to be considered. It's now considered a serious violent crime. And since the advent of victims' rights laws and the ability of victims to speak at sentencing, which didn't exist until the victims' rights movement began about 30 years ago, we're seeing that individuals who have been impacted by drunk driving now have a voice. And judges tell us universally that what the victims have to say during their victim impact statement at sentencing time affects them considerably. So we're pleased to see those changes having taken place. Stay strong, continue this fight. What you're doing is important, What you're doing makes a difference, both in the courtroom, where you do have an opportunity to explain the impact on your family from the consequences of a drunk driving crash, and stay the course. We're going to be there with you. MAD is going to be there with you. What you're doing is socially important and morally important, so stay strong.